graduate from Rotary University. He also has an ICT from NII Technologies India and a master's in management of information systems from Uganda management. He's also an alumni of Tony Elumuri Foundation. Mr. Johnson, you are welcome to Rotary E-Club of Ntinda. And on the forum, we have Rotarians from different clubs within Uganda, in and out of the country. And yes, let them take an opportunity to listen to you on regard to the topic at hand, taking advantage of economies of scale in pursuit of wealth and preparation for retirement. Jason, you're welcome, and please do take the floor.
Thank you, Rotarian Robert. Good morning once again, Rotarians. It's my pleasure to be here this morning to talk about how we can benefit from economies of scale in pursuit of wealth and preparation for our retirement. My name is Mugabe.
Sorry, Jason, to interject, your connection is slightly poor, but we will bear with you. If in case you hear me interjecting, you'll know that probably we're not listening.
Oh,
should, but do carry.
Sorry about that. Yes, my name is Mugabe Jason, like Mr. Robert introduced me. I'm the founder of Mushana Finance. Mushana is a registered company operating in clusters, investment clubs. We are based in Kampala, Circle Kagwa Road, Makerere. We are an investment vehicle that attracts people with the same investment ideology, aiming at growing together. God willing, one day we shall grow into a big financial institution, probably a bank that supports investment industry. We are a smart investment team. We major in real estate, agriculture, financial services, stocks, mutual funds, and bonds. We ensure that our investors, our members, get good returns on their investments. Of course, at Mushana, our members' interests always come first, and everything we do is guided by our values. We're established with the aim of maximizing profits from financial and investment industry. We ensure that we do all it takes to attract members and investors to invest in our investment vehicles. On regular basis, we generate income by investing in different portfolios like real estate, financial services, agriculture, and treasury bills. Of course, our core values lies in the power of our team, our core strength, and our team has a same investment ideology, which it comes when it comes to investment industry, both in Uganda and across the globe. We instill a saving culture to our members, investors interested in our portfolios, to build financial legacy and create a generational wealth. Talking about how we take advantage of economies of scale in real estate, for example, we come together as investment clubs, we create clusters, we identify projects investors are interested in, we do research about the projects, so what takes to get it started and achieved. We always focus on return on investment. And after doing all the due diligence, we always pool capital in clusters, in investment clubs. For example, we buy big chunks of land, we plan them, we develop master plans, grade loads, and create spaces for amenities like swimming pools, outdoor gyms, supermarket, and kids playgrounds, etc. Basically, we design our estates to a world standard. Now, our members are able to save some good money from what they would have spent on, for example, buying a plot from already developed estate from property masters. Usually, the plots our members get in our estates, um, they are always able to save about 10 million from these 10 to 15 million from these plots. For example, with our current projects, our investors are able to pay 7.2 for a plot of 50 by 100 in our estates. And the exact price or the exact value of these plots in these estates, if you go around, like our estate in Nakasaja, the plots are sold at 20 million, 20, 15, 25. But our members are able to get these plots at 7.2 million. So how are we able to do this? To get for example, to get a plot of 7.2 m in a place where plots are sold at 20, 25, like Nakasaja. So you find plot is sold at 25, 15, 20 million, but an acre is sold at 50 m. So for us, what we do, instead of our members paying that much for a plot of 50 by 100 or a plot of 100 by 100, we come together as a team, as a group, pool the capital of 50 million, buy this acre, and get 8 plots out of an acre. Develop master plans, grade loads, and plan it very well. And at the end of it all, our members are able to get these plots at a very cheaper price. So that of course, when we pull these acres of, when we put capital, our members are able to get on the ladder, to get on property ladder. We have some members who have been able to buy their properties for the first time with us. So this also applies to construction of houses. Investors are able to save some good money. For example, we buy construction materials in bulk, and this we always do it in a way that we buy these materials from factories on a factory price, because if we are to construct about 10 houses at a go, then it means we need a lot of materials, and this has to be done in a way that our members benefit. Using economies of scale, we always buy these materials from on a factory price. And of course, when you're constructing a house in 3 months, is way cheaper than constructing a house in 5 years. If you have constructed before, you know, if you construct in phases, maybe from foundation to wall plate, you just from foundation it takes 2 years, to wall plate you take other 2 years, then roofing, it becomes more expensive. But here, when we come together, pool resources, and our members are able to construct houses within 2 to 3 months, they are able to save a lot of money. The same is done with farming land. Our investors are able to buy land in acres at a very cheap price. For example, when you go to Nakaseke, you want about 10 acres as an individual, you will get it at a cheaper price than buying 1 acre. So when we come together and we buy about 100 acres, you find you are getting each acre around 3 million. Yet if you were to buy 1 acre, you would buy it about 5 or 10 m. So that's how we've been able to use economies of scale to get on the property ladder. And of course, we have other different products with us, like savings accounts, target, children, health, pension accounts. You can also become an investor by buying shares that gives you good interest. Of course, we always focus on return on investment. I don't know if I have some questions from Rotarians before I continue, I can get some questions and maybe where people need clarity, like I can clarify on some issues where people need to know more.
Yes, Johnson, we are listening intently and taking notes. You have a few more minutes just to carry on uninterrupted, then we'll proceed on into a Q&A session where we can discuss all the relevant questions
Okay.
your presentation. But for the meantime, just carry on.
Okay, please.
Put your points across.
Thank you. Now, like I said, we have different products. For example, we have these products we do them in clusters, in investment clubs. We have securities, we have tourism and travel, we have transport, people interested in transport industry. We do all this to prepare ourselves for retirement. We have people who are retiring early, who want to concentrate on their businesses. So what we do, we are just an investment vehicle. We are an investment company that helps investors, our members, to do right choices of investment and help them manage their investments. You know, it is stressing. Most of our members are abroad. If someone is abroad, it becomes very difficult for them to own property on ground. Most people have been conned. They send their monies to their relatives, their friends, their wives, and husbands. Sometimes you find you send your money to a husband or your boyfriend, you find he has already married another woman. You send it to your brother, he has used your money. So what we do, we help these people invest. However much they are not on ground, but they find it's a way better than sending your money and you come back and find there's nothing on ground. But when you invest with us, you find you have your property intact. To go on with investment with economies of scale, our investors are able to get good returns on investment. For example, when we get these properties on a cheaper price, are saving about 50%. Of course, we have always got challenges with new investors and people interested because they are used to maybe they have been brainwashed by the property masters. I don't know, maybe I can put it like that. So if you told someone that you can be able to get a plot of 100 by 100 at 10M, maybe in Gayaza, around Naksaja, he will tell you it is impossible because he's used to get it at 30, 40 million. But forgetting that these plots, these property masters, they buy these estates in acres at a very cheap price, plan them, create roads, places of like amenities, then of course put their prices high. If you are to buy a plot at 20, it means an acre is at 50. Because we're doing this, you find an acre is 50M, but a plot is sold at 15 million. So if we came together as a group, we pool resources. Let's say you put 10 million, it means 8 people are able to pull 80 million. Now, an acre of 80 million, it is in a very good place. A very good place. Let's say you can get an acre of 80 million in Nakauka, you can get it in Chiwenda, you can get it in Nakasaja, or Kasai na Mgongo side. So in those places, when you go around looking for a plot of 50 by 100, they will definitely tell you it is 25 million, 20, but yet you can get an acre at 80 million. So this is what we've been able to teach or to encourage our members to save with us and take advantage of economies of scale. You get a plot of 50 by 100 at 10 million and save 10 million because you would have got it at 20 or 25. When it comes to investing in securities, now most people will tell you I would rather keep my money in the bank, but you see, yes, you are going to keep it in the bank. You are going to get probably maybe 7% interest after the year or 5. Of course, there are a few banks which give 7% interest on savings or on fixed accounts. But it's still when you invest in, for example, in treasury bills. Let's say in April this year, Bank of Uganda auctioned treasury bills at 20%. So investors were able to invest in treasury bills in April are getting 20%. That is, if you have your 10 million, at the end of the year you have 12. Now with banks, with bank accounts, it is difficult for you to get 20% interest. It is very difficult. So with this, here you are saving in treasury bills, your money is safe, you are getting interest, and this is what we call now a good choice of investment, because of course most people are not aware of such investments. When they go to the bank, maybe probably they just tell them you can open up a savings account, you earn small interest, maybe 4-5%, you can fix your money, you can, but treasury bills were secure and good investment with good returns on investment. Now away from securities, we also do we invest in shares. For example, if you invested in shares, like you bought shares with Mushana Finance, and we're investing in real estate, we buy this chunk of land, we sell. Of course, we members benefit, and the investors also benefit. You may think it is only members benefiting, but also you as an investor, you are benefiting, but not like a property master. We maximize profits, but at least with in consideration of our members. So you will be getting small profits, but which is still better than keeping your money in the bank. If you bought shares in our estate, or you invest in Mushana mortgage, you are giving our members mortgages, they build houses and start paying on a slightly cheaper than the banks. The bank may give you a bigger interest on your mortgage, but with Mushana Finance, because we are using our own money, our pooled capital, for us to benefit. That's why we're able to prepare for our retirement using economies of scale. Our members would have gotten these mortgages from the commercial banks, but because they are expensive, that's why we encourage them to come together. We invest in groups, in clubs, for us to be able to benefit and to grow together. So if you invest in shares, you are assured of good returns on investment. You invest in agriculture, you are assured, of course, for our members preparing for retirement, this is their retirement pension, or call it retirement scheme. Our members are able to buy land in acres, do long-term projects like tree planting, coffee planting, projects that are going to help them in retirement. If you bought about 50 acres and you planted trees, after retirement, maybe in 10-20 years from now, you are able to benefit from those trees. You get some good capital to get you started in your retirement. Of course, if you have coffee, you are able to get some good money. You see, when you retire, what you need is cash flow. uh, a stable cash flow, and with coffee farming, you have some good stable cash flow. uh, we encourage our members to invest in real estate. You buy plots with us in our estates, build rentals, so that when you retire, you have some good cash flow with you. It is when you are investing in real estate, sometimes and building like apartments, it is not all about the return on investment now. It is all about good cash flow in your retirement. Because you, if you are in 50s or 80s right now, I mean or 60s, and you are planning to build apartments, you may not be able to get back the money you invested in, but you are able to have some good cash flow at the moment as in your retirement. Of course, we also think about our legacies. We want to set up uh, some good investments for for your family. Yes, it is good, but like all of you know what is happening right now in this situation where COVID is hitting us left and right, and you find if you are unlucky, it puts you down and you need oxygen. My friend, it is really bad. You find you are spending about 5 to 15 million a day. Now, however much our culture in Africa, we've been taught that you can look after your children and pay school fees in very expensive schools. Then they can help you in case you are tired. Sometimes it may not be the case. You may struggle pay school fees for your children in good schools, take them to Harvard, take them to all these international schools. By the end of the day, they fail to come out, and they're not able to get good jobs. They're not able to take on your businesses. So it's also good to plan, and we plan well for our retirement. So if you are planning right now, you don't need to rely on your children, that I'm going to take care of my children, I'm going to pay school fees in good schools, I prepare them, they will look after me when I retire. Sometimes we need to think and act. You see, right now, if you needed 15 million for your health, as you are battling COVID, it may not be easy for your children to mobilize it. Huh? So you may be forced to sell your property, you are getting loans here and there. But if you prepare well, you find you have your rentals, you have your apartments, you are getting some good cash flow. You are getting about 10 million per month from your rentals. You see, that is a good start, and that is good for our retirement. That's what we are focusing on. We are taking advantage of economies of scale to get on the property ladder, uh, generate wealth, and plan for our retirement. So with this, I think it is going to help us now start uh, doing start getting right choices of investment. Most people in Uganda, uh, they don't know how to invest. They go with what is trending and forget that you have to first do research. For example, I know most people have lost monies and get quick schemes like of course, I may not talk about Bitcoin or these other cryptocurrencies, but I know some people are not doing well with them. Of course, some have benefited, but it really needs a lot for you to benefit. And sometimes you lose friends because you convince them to join, and for them they are not good at marketing and they are unable to generate income from such investments. But when you invest in land, for example, here I'm saying you are buying a plot at 5 million, a plot which is, even if you bought it today at 5 million with us, you and you want to sell it tomorrow, you are getting 15 million, because the exact price in estates around is of 15 million. So you see, this is a good investment, with a good return on investment. You don't need to think hard, because we are there, we do research, we invest for our members. Like I said, most of our members are not here; they are abroad, and of course, we also have most of our people have gone to Middle East for green pastures. They are able to earn some good money, but of recent, most people have been conned. I don't know how to put it, but they send their yes, Rotarians. Are you still on?
Sorry, Jason, we almost lost you there. We apologize.
Yes, sorry, I had a call and I just put it off.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
that's fine.
So I was saying, most of our members, most Ugandans now have been able to go to countries in the Middle East for greener pastures, but after working, uh, they send their earnings to relatives to invest for them. Sometimes most of these people are unable to access their monies because I'm told these companies don't allow them to access their monies while in the Middle East. So sometimes these people they leave their ATMs with relatives to invest for them. But now after leaving them with ATMs, they come back and find they have totally invested in nothing. Maybe they take pictures of maybe houses and send to them that they are building for them. They take pictures of plots they have bought for them plots, but after coming back to Uganda, they find they have really worked for nothing, and maybe a sister or a brother or a boyfriend has eaten their money. Now, what we are doing is to help these people. They save with us, they invest with us, and we help them to keep their properties intact. When someone invests with us, is assured of their land titles, is assured of their investments, and of course good returns on investment. Because we have members investing in shares and they are interested in getting dividends, profits. Some are interested in real estate, interested in keep buying plots, maybe for commercial. They're interested in selling or building, and you see, they find at least this working for them than sending their monies to the other people in Uganda. Because usually when they come back, you find out you are in wrangles, you are fighting with your brother, your sister, your boyfriend or girlfriend, and of course, we may not blame people here, because if they send you money to go and buy land, but you are sick and you don't also have an income, you see, this is the problem. What these people don't see, you cannot send money to someone who's not earning. You left your brother here, he doesn't have a job. You left your sister here, doesn't have a job, or your boyfriend, but you are working and you are sending money to that person who's not earning. How do you think is going to now invest or is going to buy for your plot when he doesn't have an income? Of course, we first use it. Sometimes they may not do it in bad faith. Sometimes they may think because you are still there, let them first use your money to start up a business. And with businesses, it is not easy. It is not easy to break even. So sometimes they start these businesses when they don't have experience, and you find you are doing this, you expecting to get back the money. By the time this person comes, you have their money, and of course maybe you have invested in what they were interested in. But at the end of it all, the business doesn't work out, and you make a loss as well as your sister or brother makes a loss. And so we encourage these people to always find investment companies, investment schemes like the Mushana Finance to help them invest. Of course, here you have someone to hold account. You see, we do accountability. We do accountability for to our members. Some of you are our members. You always see we at least try as much as possible to give accountability to our investors. Now, this is what we.
Hello, Jason.
Yes, please.
Jason,
Yes, please.
forgive me to interject you. I wanted us to have an opportunity to take some questions
Yes,
from
please.
the audience
Yes,
so that
please.
they can direct them to you. I am very confident that you have already given some sufficient information in regard to Mushana. I've also put your number and Mushana's website on the forum in case anybody needs more information regarding this magnificent company. So, Jason, at this moment, I apologize that I'm interjecting you, but I would request that the the audience gives some questions so they can specifically address them to areas they would want more clarification before we can end this meeting. Would that be okay?
Yes, please. I'm ready for the questions and I welcome them. Let us hear from Rotarians with questions and.
Splendid. So at this moment in time, I would kindly request Rotarian Eddie Jackson take over on the moderating the question and answer session. Dear members, if you have any question that you specifically need to shoot at Mr. Mugabe, please do take the chance